People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
This is a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation. Queen Bee Radio proudly brings you Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports. Presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. And sponsored by Ayers Furniture, Bitech Resource Management, Claire Bank, Fuller's Milker Center, Hermson's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Platteville, Les Mack, Northland Buildings, Reeves Wealth Management, Raleigh Cheese House, Russell Law Offices, The Shoebox, Tricor Insurance, West End Salvage, Carver's Hardwood Flooring, Sloan Implements, Sups, Brian's Auto Body and Paint, Gary's Pest Control, TriStar Pallets and TriStar Mulch, Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware Do It Best, Bouse Electric, Cuba City Collision and Repair, Laley Center Monroe, H&N Plumbing, Heating and Electrical, Community First Bank, Grant Regional Health Center, Sullivan Auctioneers, Big Iron Realty, Lancaster Dental Associates, Millie's Diner, Pink's Automotive, Good Knees Garage, Point and Flush Sportsman's Club, Rosemeyer Management Group, Breckler Insurance, McNett Electric, Mound City Bank, Ready Feed and Grain LLC, Southwest Health, and WCC Brands.
Good Monday evening to you from Fennimore High School. We got Monday night Swall girls basketball on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as the Fennimore Golden Eagles square off against conference rival, the Mineral Point Pointers. This is our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Our Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel is powered by H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical, and Laley Center Monroe. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis, welcoming you to our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, presented by Raleigh Cheese at the intersection of Highways 11 and 23 in the heart of Lafayette County. Don't forget the cheese. The second half of conference play has begun in the Swalford girls hoops, and this is a rematch of a game that took place all the way back on December 5th when Fennimore handed Mineral Point a conference loss in Mineral Point, 45-42. Mineral Point led that game 29-21 at the half, but Fennimore outscored Mineral Point 24-13 in the second half. Kylie Cole of Fennimore had 18 points in that first matchup, and the Millers, Sadie had 14, and Sophie had 12 for the Pointers. But since that loss for Mineral Point, they have been on a tear, an 11-game winning streak coming into tonight's game, their most recent win on Friday night against Darlington, 47-38, avenging one of those conference losses, one of those two conference losses that Mineral Point had earlier this season. In that game on Friday night, Ava Ingwell led the team in scoring with 12 points. Maddie Cabot right behind her with 11. And the last time Mineral Point lost was to Darlington all the way back on December 16th. So it's been well over a month since Mineral Point has lost a basketball game. They come into tonight's game with an overall record of 13-4. They are 7-2 in the Swall in second place, behind Cuba City with a 9-1 conference record. They're in action tonight, taking on Belmont. We have that game over on 97.7 Country, WGLR, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. As for the Fennimore Golden Eagles, they come into the game with a record of 12-7. They are 6-3 in the Swall, currently sitting in fourth place, a half game behind Darlington in the Swall standings. Fennimore won their last game on Friday night against Southwestern 63-46. That ended a three-game losing streak. All those games on the road against quality teams, including Cuba City, Lancaster, and Darlington. And coming into this week, with the WIA releasing the projected brackets, or projected seedings, we should say, Fennimore comes into this week as a projected 3 seed in Sectional 3A, Mineral Point, a projected 4 seed in Sectional 3B, and both teams trying to enhance those resumes as we come down the home stretch of the regular season. Coming up on our Raleigh Cheese pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches. Had a chance to catch up with Ben Wood of Fennimore and Meryl Brunson of Mineral Point. I asked about the players on the Russell office's injury report. If you've been injured, contact Russell offices. Their experienced team of personal injury lawyers will fight for your rights and help you get the compensation you deserve. Visit RussellLawWI.com. Also get you the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups, Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game, and the opening tip between Fennimore and Mineral Point in Swall girls basketball on this Monday night. Our Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 1.
Here at Extreme 1071, we love giving you things. A great mix of music, entertainment, and of course, free stuff. If you participate in any of our giveaways and contests, remember,
You're going to talk and talk fast.
contests are generally open to U.S. residents 18 years or older and reside within our terrestrial listening area. Other age restrictions may apply. You can only win once per 30 days or once per promotion or contest. Employees, agents, and affiliates of the station, Queen Bee Radio Inc., Morgan Murphy Media, contest sponsors, other radio, television, and print advertising companies are ineligible to win. Other restrictions apply. No purchase necessary. All entries completed are blank. Any and all materials pertaining to a contest are the property of Queen Bee Radio. Prize winners have 30 days to pick up their prize at the Queen Bee Radio offices. 51 News Drive in Platteville, Wisconsin, 53818. Bring your ID. A signature may be required. Unclaimed prizes will be disposed of at the discretion of Queen Bee Radio. All decisions are final. Winners are responsible for all taxes, fees, usage charges, tariffs, or other fees associated with their prize. Queen Bee Radio makes no guarantee of any awarded prizes and is released from all liability. A full list of our general contest rules can be found online at x1071.com or at the Queen Bee Radio offices.
At Crescent Community Health Center, your health is their mission, and now that includes your skin. They're excited to welcome dermatologist Dr. Emily Weig, now seeing patients at Crescent. Dr. Weig provides expert care for rashes, acne, skin checks, and more. Close to home and easy to access. Appointments are available the third Wednesday of each month, and the best part, they accept Medicaid for these services. Call 563-690-2850 today to learn more or schedule an appointment. Crescent Community Health Center. Your health is their mission.
Like any business, success enduring is often determined by who you know rather than what you know. That's why it's good to know the pros at Fuller's, your Gia dealer. Fuller's is your source for the automated milking systems line and all of the latest in automated milking systems. Make your operation more efficient and profitable and get the most out of your dairy herd by partnering with the experts at Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your local Gia dealer in Lancaster, Richland Center, and Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com.
Fuller's Milker Center.
Pregame 1.
Raleigh Cheese pregame show continues on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Mineral Point and Fennimore squaring off in Swall girls basketball tonight. We're joined by Mineral Point head coach Merrill Brunson. Coach, thanks for joining us. And Mineral Point's been on a hot streak as of late, to say the least. 11 straight wins, coming off a big win against Darlington on Friday night, avenging one of the losses that you had in conference play this season. And things on the scoreboard and on the stat sheet seem to reflect that things are going positive for the Pointer girls basketball program. How have things looked from your vantage point on the bench?
They've looked really good. We try to have a plan, going into each game, and the girls work really hard. They listen really well, and we've been able to execute. But it's really been the defensive intensity that has allowed us to, maintain opportunities to win basketball games, and hopefully that'll continue tonight.
Yep, and we talked about it before. I think it was even before the game against Cuba City about how you're impressed and you like the way the team's attitude and their tenacity and things going into the games. It's just that the wins and losses weren't quite there. What things have changed that you've noticed since the start of the season to this point that have really led to piling on those wins during this stretch?
Yeah, that's a good question. One, I'd like to believe that we're better. We tried to learn from the losses early in our season and, continue to get better at both ends of the floor, really. And, like I said before, the girls, they work really hard and they listen, and, they have high basketball IQs. So, it's allowed us to do different things against different opponents and give ourselves a chance to win.
All right, then looking at what just came out over the weekend, the projected seedings for postseason play, currently projected as a 4 seed in sectional 3A, or 3B, excuse me. So talk about what you make of the seeding to this point, and what areas do you think Mineral Point can improve on to potentially improve that seeding down the home stretch of the season?
Well, we need to continue to win basketball games and play at a high level. They're fun to watch, and I think they're going to come out with new ones each week, and to see where we stack up. But we've been watching the teams in our sectional and our regional, all season, and whoever we end up with, we'll try to be ready. But right now, it doesn't mean a whole lot to us.
Okay. Merrill Brunson with us in our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. The Mineral Point head coach getting ready for the matchup against Fennimore in small girls basketball tonight. Russell Office's injury report. Again, if it's not injuries, it's illnesses this time of the year. How's Mineral Point been faring on the injury and illness front, and will there be any injuries or illness impacting tonight's game?
Not for us. The girls have done a nice job taking care of their bodies and staying healthy. We try to, provide breaks here and there where they can rest and, sit in ice baths or whatever they need to do to keep their legs strong and healthy. So, no, nothing tonight.
All right, excellent. Good to hear. And then the matchup against Fennimore, trying to avenge one of those other losses in conference play from the other part of the season. They got the win 45-42 in your house back in early December, but that feels like an eternity at this point in the season. Talk about what things stand out to you the most about Fennimore heading into this matchup. What does Mineral Point have to do tonight?
Well, we got to take care of the basketball. They're outstanding defensively. They're scrappy. They work together really, really well. So, we're going to have to take care of the basketball and we're going to have to defend. I wish I could think of other things to say than that, but typically that's going to determine the outcome of the game.
That should be a great matchup. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time, Coach Estefan. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Merrill Brunson, head coach of the Mineral Point Pointers. We'll have more of the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 2.
Hi, this is Steve Schmidt, owner of the Shoebox in downtown Black Earth. We have thousands of pairs of shoes in stock, no waiting. So stop in anytime, specializing in size, selection, and fit. We will save you money. P.S. We measure both feet. Stop into the Shoebox, the largest shoe store at the north end of Black Earth.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
I got serious about staying fit just a couple of years ago. Now 5Ks, yoga, and smart nutrition are all part of my weekly routine. Part of my eating right plan? Country Hearth Breads. Natural breads with the whole grains and natural ingredients my body needs to perform at its best. Just a slice of toasted multigrain with peanut butter before a workout, and I'm ready to roll. Country Hearth is the easy choice because it's good for me and great tasting too. Country Hearth Breads, baking our best for you.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers trained to keep the power flowing, engines running, and in every other trade needed to accomplish the mission. These soldiers are on the fast track to learning skills that can set them up for success at home with companies looking to hire the best. Their resumes are being built through their paid training and part-time service. Find out how you too can learn a trade profession by visiting NationalGuard.com. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Army National Guard. Aired by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, this is Will Dunson with Dubuque Mattress. Why is a Dubuque Mattress customer a customer for life? It's simple. At Dubuque Mattress, the customer is number one. Period. The customer's happiness is the most important thing. If there is anything I can do to help you sleep better, I will. Whether it's while you're looking at a new mattress, 6 months later, or 10 years after you've purchased from us, you are still number one.
Dubuque Mattress Factory. You get a little snooze time.
Pregame 2.
Raleigh Chiefs pregame show continues on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Small girls basketball tonight with Fennimore hosting Mineral Point. We're joined by Fennimore head coach Ben Wood. Coach, thanks for joining us. Got a win on Friday night that snapped a 3-game losing streak. Those 3 losses on the road to quality teams like Cuba City, Lancaster, and Darlington. So getting things on the right track at the end of last week has to be a pretty positive sign when you're welcoming a team like Mineral Point that's on a hot streak right now. Talk about the team's play as of late and the things that are going right for Fennimore.
Yeah. Obviously, the Cuba game is probably the one out of the 3 that hurt us the most. I think that was the game we didn't play a complete game at all. But I felt like the Lancaster game, we played a great game. Happy, that's a really good team. We were right there. And then, obviously losing to Darlington, we were down by 3 at halftime and just couldn't find a way to find the rim the second half. So, winning Southwestern, those are the games that as a coach keep you up when the team's, a team you think you should beat. And so glad to get that win. We're ready to go tonight. We were ready to go when this game was supposed to be played. And so it's kind of weird to have to try to shift gears, but we're ready to go. And we feel like we're riding a little bit of momentum as well.
All right, that's good to hear. And then looking at the seedings that came out over the weekend, or the projected seedings, that we should say, 3 seed in sectional 3A, and looking at the schedule the rest of the way, pretty favorable schedule. After tonight, Cuba City, the home finale, getting them to play on your home floor is going to be huge to close out the season. When you look at the landscape of your sectional and, the pathway with where you're seated right now, what do you make of where Fennimore's at? And do you think that Fennimore could get themselves a little bit higher in those rankings?
Yeah, we're happy. I mean, obviously a 3 seed, having a first round bye. I've been a coach here for, head coach for 2 years, assistant for 2 years before that. And I don't think we've ever had that Tuesday off, so it'd be nice to have that Tuesday off. I really hope we can sneak and get a 2. Bangor, I think, has a pretty favorable schedule in front of them as well. But if we can get that 2, hopefully win, take care on that Friday night, and then have a Saturday night home game here. I think it's very possible with this team. I mean, you've seen a lot of our games. I think we could probably beat any team in the state. We could probably get beat by any team in the state, and we got to find a way to peak right now. February is when you start seeing your best basketball. Tonight's when we got to start that journey.
All right, Ben Wood with us in our Raleigh Chiefs pregame show. Fennimore head coach getting ready for the matchup against Mineral Point in Swell Girls basketball tonight. The Russell office's injury report. Again, if it's not injuries, it's illnesses this time of the year that can always get in the way. How has Fennimore fared on those fronts, and will there be any injuries or illness impacting tonight's game?
Nope, we're healthy. We're ready to go.
All right, excellent. Good to hear. And then taking on Mineral Point, a rematch of the game that we got to see back in early December, 45-42, the win on their home floor. I remember how big that was as far as a confidence booster for this girls basketball team. But since then, Mineral Point's been on a bit of a tear, an 11-game winning streak, playing some really good basketball. Came from behind to beat Cuba City in a thriller a couple weeks ago. What have you noticed about Mineral Point since that game in preparation for tonight? And what does Fennimore have to do to counter that?
Coach Brunson's a good coach, and I think, we probably caught him at a good time when he was getting his feet wet. Obviously coached a lot of boys games in his life. And I think they're starting to figure things out. We always knew they were talented. I mean, obviously for us, that was a big win because they are a good team, right? And so, they're playing great basketball. Watching their last 3 or 4 games, they're putting the ball in the hoop, and they're doing it in the second half. Darlington, they were down in the first half. Cuba City, they were down in the first half, and they found a way to keep playing and making shots. They got about 3 or 4 girls on their team, those Miller girls, they make shots. And they do it in the second half. That's kind of the sneaky part with them is when we played them, I don't think they made those shots in the second half, and we were able to get those rebounds. And since we've played them, they've been making those shots. So completely respect the program. They've been there for a long time. I think what we need to do is similar to what we did the last time, hold them to one shot. If you watch them, they really like to get offensive rebounds. And like you and I talk a lot about, we got to make sure that we're controlling that phase of the game. We got some girls that started hitting some shots, so hopefully we can continue that on our home court tonight.
That should be a great matchup. We're looking forward to it. Thanks so much for your time as always, Coach. Have some fun. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that's Ben Wood, head coach of the Fennimore Golden Eagles. We'll have more on the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Pregame 3.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Hello, Dr. Matt here from Cuba City Family Dental. Something we take pride in is having 3 state-of-the-art facilities in Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington. Our investment in the latest technology and innovative services allows us to provide top-notch dental care to our area families. Take control of your oral health and make an appointment with our team, and let's make your smile the best it can be. Contact Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental now, and let's start this journey together. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
Pregame 3.
Wrapping up the Raleigh Chiefs pregame show on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Closing in on the tip between Fennimore and Mineral Point in Swell Girls Basketball tonight. Tyler Duchanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Ayers Furniture in downtown Ridgeway for free delivery on heirloom quality furniture for every room in your home. For what's sure to be the best seat in your house, be sure to visit Ayers Furniture at ayersfurniture.com. The Cuba City Family Dental colors of the game and the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineups all coming up in just a bit. Also checking on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. But for now, we'll step aside and bring you tonight's national anthem from Fennimore High School.
Fennimore Golden Eagles. Fennimore Fennimore High School would like to extend a special welcome to Mineral Point's coaches, players, and fans, and look forward to an exciting contest. Now, would you please rise and honor America for the playing of our national anthem?
Tonight's national anthem from Fennimore High School. Tip-off coming up between Mineral Point and Fennimore and Swell Girls Basketball on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Let's set up the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com for the visiting Mineral Point Pointers. 13-4 overall, 7-2 in the Swell. Currently in second place and on an 11-game winning streak. Their starting lineup: a senior number 1, Jaden Schultz. A junior number 12, Sadie Miller. Also a junior number 20, Sophie Miller. A senior number 21, Maddie Cabot. And rounding out the starting lineup for Mineral Point, a junior number 24, Ava Ingwell. Mineral Point is coached by Merrill Brunson, and he's assisted by Tasha Miller, Nicole Johnson, and Lauren James. For the home team, the Fennimore Golden Eagles, 12-7 overall, 6-3 in the Swall. Their starting lineup goes like this: a 5'6 junior, number 1, Briley Zink. A 5'9 senior, number 4, Peyton Lindowski. A 5'10 junior, number 5, Kylie Cole. A 5'8 junior, number 11, Kate Kenny. And a 5'10 junior, number 12, Brooklyn Ritchie. Fennimore is coached by Ben Wood, and he's assisted by Ryan Rosemeyer, Wesley Fry, and Ryan Rosemeyer. Those are the Fuller's Milker Center starting lineup. See Fuller's complete hygiene line and options for your brand new dairy setup or existing parlor remodel. Fuller's in Lancaster, Richland Center, and at Fuller'sMilkerCenter.com. Mineral Point wins the tip, working from right to left as I see it, left to right as you see it on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel as Sadie Miller loads up for 3 off the back iron, no good. Fennimore comes away with the rebound just 15 seconds into the game, and Fennimore with their first crack on offense. Our colors of the game brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. 3 convenient locations to serve your dental needs. Fennimore in the home white jerseys, Eagles written across the chest in maroon with maroon numbers and gold trim as Brooklyn Ritchie lays it in under the basket to get Fennimore on the board. 12-0 the score. Fennimore on top of Mineral Point, just underway here at Fennimore High School. Mineral Point in the road black Under Armour jerseys, pointers written across the chest in Carolina blue with blue numbers and blue stripes up and down each side of the uniform. Those are the colors of the game, brought to you by Cuba City Family Dental, Kieler Family Dental, and Darlington Family Dental. Jaden Schultz on the high left, looking for someone to pass to, gives down low to Cabot. Cabot backing down, trying to get it over Lindowski, and the ball gets wedged. And that will resume play, the alternate possession. As I think Ben Woods trying to see if he's going to get the hops to get that one down, but no one's really jumping to go after the ball. And finally, someone from the ESPN zone looking like they were going to come out, and the official was able to knock it down with another basketball. 16:55 left in the first half, 2-0. Fennimore in front of Mineral Point. Today's game brought to you by Community First Bank. Free in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. Kate Kenny exchanges passes with Brooklyn Ritchie, and the Eagles get it across center court as Briley Zink gives off to the right corner. Kylie Cole loading up for three, off the side iron, no. Scramble for the rebound, goes out of bounds. Last touched by Mineral Point. It will stay with Fennimore as Kate Kenny will throw in the inbound pass, baseline right side. Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. Kate Kenny looking for someone to pass to, able to get it in to Brooklyn Ritchie on the high right side, now out to the top to Zink. Zink takes one dribble, hands off to Lindowski on the high left. Lindowski driving in, has the ball knocked out of her hand, and Maddie Cabot comes away with the ball for Mineral Point. Still 2-0, Fennimore on top of the Pointers. Sophie Miller in the left corner gives out to the top, now out to the high right side to Jaden Schultz. On the corner to Ava Ingwell. Ingwell finds a teammate, and that one swatted out of the hands. Jaden Schultz got the ball, but had it knocked out of her hands by Brooklyn Ritchie. And Fennimore comes away with the basketball again. 16 minutes left in the first half. 2-0 Fennimore on top. Peyton Lindowski holding the ball over her head, gives off to the left side of the point to Brooklyn Ritchie. Ritchie gives back to Kenny on the right side. Ball tapped up high, but recovered on the left wing by Ritchie. Ritchie out to the top to Zink. Zink holding it over her head, gives out to Kylie Cole on the high left, then sets a screen. Gives out to Brooklyn Ritchie in the left corner. Ritchie driving in on Cabot, now retreats to the left corner. Exchanges passes with Kate Kenny, now fires a pass down low to Kylie Cole. Cole back out to Kenny in the left corner. Back to the high left to Ritchie, now to the high right side to Peyton Lindowski, and a lob pass for Briley Zink is going to go out of bounds. Fennimore with another turnover. Fennimore still leading 2-0 with 15:22 left in the first half. McNett Electric in Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. Pointers with the basketball now at the top to Sophie Miller. Miller driving in, gives out to Schultz. Schultz with a jumper on the right side and knocks down the long two. Jaden Schultz averaging 6.5 points per game, gets her first 2 there. We are tied up at 2 apiece, just under 15 minutes left in the first half. And the Golden Eagles trying to drive in. That's Briley Zink. Her layup's too strong off the backboard. Ball poked out of bounds. Last touch by Fennimore. And Mineral Points will take possession. Tied at 2 apiece. Woodlaw Office serving you in Fennimore and Boscobel for all your legal matters. Woodlaw Office in Fennimore and Boscobel. Ava Ingwell walks it across center court for the Pointers. Exchanges passes with Jaden Schultz. Now to Maddie Cabot at the free throw line. She'll pull up for a jumper off the side iron. No good. Brooklyn Ritchie collects the board for Fennimore. Kate Kenny with a yo-yo dribble across the center court stripe. Gives out to Brooklyn Ritchie on the high left. Ritchie driving into the right wing. Gives out to Kylie Cole. Now in the corner to Kenny. Kenny with one dribble. Now driving in. Into the paint. Underhand toss to Kylie Cole. Pull-up jumper, side iron, no, trying to get her own rebound. She'll knock it out of bounds, but it will stay with Fennimore, as they say Sophie Miller was the last to touch it for Mineral Point. Fennimore will inbound baseline right side. Kate Kenny will throw it in. Kenny will throw it in to Kylie Cole, who chases it down on the right wing. Gives right back to Kenny, dribbles behind her, back is off to Kylie Cole. Collision at the free throw line, inlet pass down low, shot overshot by Brooklyn Ritchie, and the rebound collected by Ava Ingwell. Ingwell to the right wing for Mineral Point. We are tied at 2 apiece, 13:50 left in the first half. Jaden Schultz gives off to the high right side to Sadie Miller, lobs it cross court to the left corner to Ava Ingwell. Ingwell with the jab step, now a crossover dribble, open lane, cutting towards the basket, left-handed layup, spins off the front of the rim, no good. And Brooklyn Ritchie with the rebound for Fennimore. Kate Kenny across center court. Being met by Ava Ingwell, hands out to Brooklyn Ritchie on the high right side. She's being guarded by Maddie Cabot. Feed down low to Kylie Cole, and the ball shot straight up. And Mineral Point comes away with it. Fast break opportunity for Mineral Point. Maddie Cabot, her floater overshoots the rim from the left side of the paint. And Fennimore comes away with the rebound. 13 minutes left in the first half. Fennimore 2, Mineral Point 2. Peyton Lindowski trying to feed it down low to Kenny, and Kenny's left-handed layup is off the window and in for 2. Kate Kenny averaging 9 points per game, gets her first 2 there. Fennimore back in front, 4-2, 12:48 left in the first half. Pointers trying to Pass it inside, but it's stolen away by Kylie Cole. Kylie Cole telegraphing that pass by Mineral Point. Now the Golden Eagles trying to take advantage. Ritchie driving to the right elbow, gives off to Kenny on the right side of the paint. Kenny to the right corner, now to the high right side, gives off to the top to Ritchie. Ritchie skips it right back to Briley Zink. Zink to the right elbow, has the ball knocked out of her hand momentarily. And a foul at the top of the three-point arc, where they're going to say a held ball. And it will be Mineral Point basketball with 12:08 left in the first half. 4-2, Fennimore in front of Mineral Point. Brian Steffes Construction, your local Wick Buildings dealer in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. But Wick Buildings, your dreams, and Brian Steffes Construction's expertise to work for you. Nice feed down low, but the layup is ricocheted on the bottom of the backboard. Scramble for the basketball at the left elbow. Pointer's able to come away with it. Driving in is Sadie Miller. Gives back out to the top to Cabot. Cabot to the left elbow. Now out to the high right side. Now high left to Ava Ingwell. Left corner, Sophie Miller. Nice feed down low. Nice finish off the window for Ava Ingwell. Mineral Point 4, Fennimore 4. 11.5 minutes to go in the first half. Fennimore trying to navigate the full court press, and they get it across as Brooklyn Ritchie to the right side of the paint. Gives out to Kate Kenny, loading up for three. Off the back iron, no. Scramble for the rebound, and an offensive board collected. Peyton Lindowski trying to make it in. Her shot's off target. Another volleyball for the rebound. Lindowski gets her own rebound again. Now Campbell Fitzgerald cutting towards the basket, who just checked in on that last stop, driving towards the basket. Her shot's no good, but a foul against Mineral Point. The first foul of the game comes with 11:05 left in the first half. And free throws coming up for Fitzgerald. That'll be the first on Ava Ingwell. Game brought to you by Community First Bank. For you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com. Member FDIC. Fitzgerald on the season averaging almost 6 points per game, over 6 rebounds, and shoots 38% from the foul line. She goes 1 of 2 on this trip to extend or put Fennimore back in front. 5-4. Golden Eagles leading the Mineral Point Pointers with 11 minutes to play until halftime. Jaden Schultz on the high left, skips it in to Maddie Cabot. Cabot cutting down low as Miller's layup way off target. Sophie Miller missing the layup, and it's Fennimore coming away with the rebound. Peyton Lindowski on the high right side, looking at a teammate, trying to feed it down low, but Maddie Cabot there for the steal for Mineral Point. Pointers back in transition, open three, and the right wing is knocked down. Sophie Miller with the triple. That's her 34th of the season. Mineral Point with its first lead of the game. 10:22 left in the first half. 7-5, Mineral Point in front. Ritchie at the top, switches to the left hand, steps to dribble at the left elbow, and she dragged her foot. That's a travel. And Fennimore turns it over for the 5th time in this first half. McNett Electric and Belmont can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call and ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont, also by Claire Bank with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. Pointers 7, Eagles 5. 10 minutes to play in the first half. Pointers driving in under the basket, now out to the left corner to Sophie Miller. Shot put up in the paint, it's no good. Kate Kenny comes away with the rebound for Fennimore. Yo-yo dribble across center court. Gives off to Brooklyn Ritchie. Cross-court pass to Cable Fitzgerald. Wasn't expecting the pass, but driving towards the basket. Her shot is off target, and Mineral Point comes away with the steal. Ava Ingwell on the high right side. Gives off to Jaden Schultz on the left. Back to the top to Ingwell. Ingwell gives off to the high right side. To number 11, Bree Swenson, who just checked in. Now a 3 on the left wing. That one rattles out for Ava Ingwell. Offensive rebound collected by the Pointers. A jumper at the free throw line. That one missed by Jaden Schultz. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Fennimore. Mineral Point will keep the possession with 9:10 to go in the first half. Pointers 7, Eagles 5. Game brought to you by Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Lely Center Monroe. Inbound pass gets into the corner. A catch and shoot 3 in the right corner. That one Overshot by Sophie Miller. And Campbell Fitzgerald tracks down the rebound for the Golden Eagles. 9 minutes to play till halftime. Mineral Point 7, Fennimore 5. Riley Zink with the ball over her head just off the left side of the point. Gives off to Kate Kenny on the high right. Now to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald trying to drive in on Swenson, and her shot's no good, but a foul against Swenson. We'll keep the ball with Fennimore, as they say it's a non-shooting foul. It's the first on Bree Swenson. Team second for Mineral Point. Kate Kenny gets the inbound pass in to Kylie Cole. Back to Kenny in the corner. Three-pointer off the side iron, no good. Maddie Cabot boxes out for the rebound. Pointers push it down the floor quickly. Jaden Schultz driving towards the basket, runs into a double team, trying to pass back to Swenson, able to recover in the right corner. Now back to Schultz, now to the top to Ingwell. Ingwell driving in, left-handed layup. Shot spins off the rim, no good, but a foul against Fennimore will send Ava Ingwell to the line. Foul goes against Kate Kenny, her first personal, team's first. Ava Ingwell at the line, averaging 9.3 points, 3 rebounds, and shooting 63% from the foul line on the season. And Ingwell's first free throw is no good. Game tonight brought to you by Ivy Construction Incorporated, a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction in Mineral Point. Second free throw is good for Ingwell. Makes it Mineral Point 8, Fennimore 5, 8:20 left in half number 1. Eagles trying to navigate some full court pressure, and the pass is stolen away at center court by Ava Ingwell. Passes down low to Cabot, and Cabot's shot is off target, but they're going to say she traveled. So Mineral Point with the turnover, and that down is their third. And the Eagles take possession, trailing by 3, just over 8 minutes to play in the first half. Brooklyn Ritchie trying to get it across center court, and a pass ahead to Kylie Cole, stolen away by Bree Swenson right in front of the Mineral Point bench. Overhead pass to Jaden Schultz, now in the corner to Ingwell. Ingwell skipping it inside to Swenson. Swenson double team, finds Cabot down low, and Cabot shots off the side of the rim, no good. And Kylie Cole comes away with the board for Fennimore. Golden opportunity missed there by the Pointers. Ritchie on the left wing, trying to feed it inside, but it's stolen away by Sophie Miller. Miller brings it across the timeline, lobs it to Cabot at the right elbow. Now it's to the top, swung over to the left wing to Schultz. Now to Ingwell to Sophie Miller on the high right side. Schultz at the top, driving in, puts up a floater, right side of the paint, side iron, no, and Campbell Fitzgerald coming away with the rebound for the Golden Eagles. 7:10 to play in the first half. Mineral Point 8, Fennimore 5, low-scoring affair. In this rematch from earlier in the season, as a three-pointer is made by Briley Zink, and she was fouled. She'll have a chance to convert a 4-point play, I think.
3-point basket's good. Number 20, Sophie Miller, her first personal, team's third.
So they're going to say the basket's good for Briley Zink, and there was a push against Mineral Point. Goes against Sophie Miller. And Mineral Point, or excuse me, Fennimore will take possession after that foul. So a rare opportunity to get 2 buckets on the same possession. Inbound pass gets into Fitzgerald on the high right side. Now over to Kylie Cole on the left. Kenny gives off to Peyton Landowski. Landowski with the ball over her head, looking to her right side, looking for someone to pass to. Now decides to dribble. Except for dribble on the left side of the point, and a timeout taken by Fennimore with 6:45 left in the first half. A 30-second stop will keep it here. We are tied at 8 apiece. Our game today brought to you by Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, so you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. By Edward Jones Reeves Wealth Management in Platteville, Arter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel, And Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. Anytime Roofing, visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. The Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. By Herm's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Hertz's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herm's for the perfect paint for your next project. Hertz's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Play resumes. 6:40 left in the first half. Mineral Point 8, Fennimore 8. Riley Zink with the ball for Fennimore. Tosses off to Kenny at the top of the yard. Kenny gives off to Lindowski. Switches from the right to the left hand. Now decides to drive in. Layup is off the back iron. No good. Off the backboard, I should say. And the rebound collected by Mineral Point. And a travel called against Mineral Point. Thought it was a potential block shot, but it looked like the momentum for Sadie Miller picked both feet up. Mineral Point turns it over. Fennimore takes possession, tied at 8 apiece with 6:15 left in the first half. West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Cranston, the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Brooklyn Ritchie switches to the left hand. Stops her dribble at the left elbow. Looking for someone to pass to. Cross-court pass to Kenny. Kenny being guarded by Maddie Cabot. Looks to her left side. Gives off to Brooklyn Ritchie. Ritchie looking for someone to pass to. Gives off to Cole on the left. Cole driving. Kicks it out. Catch and shoot. 3 left wing. Front of the rim. No good. Shot missed by Fitzgerald. And Maddie Cabot collects the rebound for Mineral Point. And the Pointers will take a timeout. Another 30-second timeout with 5:43 remaining until halftime. Mineral Point 8, Fennimore 8. Basketball tonight brought to you by Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team. Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. By Russell Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist, the pros at Brian's, gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Breckler Insurance Group, for all your insurance needs. See Steve Lindusky at Breckler Insurance in Fennimore. Breckler Insurance, serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. WCC Brands Custom Apparel in Kieler and WCC-brands.com. Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at ColeAcresGolfandGrill.com. And Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialist in Platteville, Dodgeville, and AppliedMicro.biz. Mineral Point with the ball coming out of the timeout. 5:40 and counting remaining until halftime. We are tied at 8 apiece. And a travel called against Mineral Point as Lily Hotaker moved the ball illegally, and now Fennimore will take possession. 5.5 minutes to go till halftime, tied at 8, and the ball nearly stolen away by Mineral Point, but Lindowski able to recover and finds Brooklyn Ritchie cutting towards the basket, and she'll deposit 2. Brooklyn Ritchie now with 4 points for the Golden Eagles, 10-8. Fennimore in front, 5:15 to play until the McNutt Electric halftime report. Hotaker gives off to the left corner to Peyton Christopher, lobs it inside to Ingwell. Ingwell dribbles to the left side of the paint, now trying to back in, runs into a double team, duck under move, layup, rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Kylie Cole boxes out for the rebound for Fennimore. Now under 5 minutes to play until halftime, 10-8, Fennimore in front. Okay, Kenny trying to skip it to Brooklyn Ritchie, and it's like Ritchie might have lost her footing trying to cut towards the basketball. It goes out of bounds. Fennimore turns it over, and the Pointers will take possession. Gorgon Funeral Services, caring for families since 1916. Gorgon Funeral Services in Dodgeville and Mineral Point. And by Boston Electric, call Brad Adrian and Josh Wisher, Boston Electric, Lancaster, and Fennimore. Sophie Miller brings it across center court. Steps a dribble on the right wing, gives off to the top to Sadie Miller. Sadie picks up her dribble, looking inside at Hotaker, now skips to Jaden Schultz, cutting towards the basket. Her shot off the side of the rim, no good. And cleaning it up and putting it back is Lily Hotaker. Fennimore 10, Mineral Point 10, 4:20 to go. And the Eagles able to get it across the center court stripe, getting past the full court pressure being applied by the Pointers. On the high right side, ball intended for Kylie Cole, and a reach-in. We're going to be called against Hotaker. First personal on Hotaker, team's fourth for Mineral Point. 4:09 left until halftime. We are tied at 10 apiece. Inbound pass gets in to Bradley Zink in the backcourt. Being guarded by Sophie Miller, dribbles to the left corner, picks up her dribble, look for someone to pass to, overhead pass. Found by Brooklyn Ritchie, and they're going to say Ritchie traveled. Looks like that wasn't her fault. I thought she got hit. Lost her footing, but the official there says it's a travel, and Mineral Point will take possession. Now Fennimore applying some pressure, and the inbound pass gets into the front court to Maddie Cabot. Cabot switches to the right hand, right side of the paint. Now gives off to Miller. Going to skip pass back, and it's going to roll out of bounds. It's going to hit Coach Merrill Brunson, and Fennimore will take possession. They'll inbound right next to the Mineral Point bench with 3:44 left until halftime. Mineral Point 10, Fennimore 10. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. Beautify your home with decorative colored mulch. Give Jim Drury and the gang a call. TriStar Pallets of Highland and TriStar Mulch of Cobb and Platteville. In the lane, and a pass for Peyton Lindowski is going to go out of bounds. Fennimore with another turnover. That's their 8th by my count. And 3:36 remaining until halftime. We are still tied at 10. A rock fight here in half number 1. Sophie Miller in the high right now works its way to the left corner to Hotaker. Hotaker lobbing it in, and unable to handle the pass is Sophie Miller. Pointers turn the ball over for the 5th time. And the Eagles will take possession with 3:25 left, still tied at 10. Riley Zink gives out to Brooklyn Ritchie. Ritchie switches to the left hand, trying to spin off her defender. Puts 1 foot across center court and pushes ahead to Zink. And Zink catch and shoot 3 straight ahead. Off the side iron, no. Cabot with the rebound, trying to get down the floor quickly. Cabot slows it down. Now a catch and shoot 3 on the right wing. Off the front of the rim, no good. Shot missed by Sadie Miller. And Fitzgerald comes away with the rebound for Fennimore. 2:56 and counting until halftime. Still tied at 10 apiece. Campbell Fitzgerald on the high right side. Ball over her head. Gives off to Lindowski, left side of the point. Lindowski gives to Zink. Had the ball deflected for a moment, and then an errant pass as Maddie Cabot comes away with another steal for the Pointers. Jaden Schultz on the left wing. Gives off to Sadie Miller in the left corner. Back to Schultz, now to Hotaker. Now to Sophie Miller on the right wing. Back to Schultz at the top. Miller with a pump fake, lobbing it in to Sadie. Sadie turning around, her shot off the side of the rim, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off Fennimore. They say Bradley Zink was the last to touch it. Clock is stopped with 2:19 left until halftime. Fennimore 10, Mineral Point 10. Audio stream tonight powered by Kunis Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge Ram of Platteville. The Kunis Service Department cares for all makes and models and is open Monday through Saturday. Head to Kunis in Platteville. The inbound pass gets into Ava Ingwell on the high right side. Now driving in is Sophie Miller, and a whistle with the foul against Fennimore. First personal on Brooklyn Ritchie, team second. Mineral Point with 14 fouls in this first half. Let's get the inbound pass in to Sadie Miller. Miller goes out to the corner to Schultz. Schultz driving towards the basket. Her layup's way off target. And then a three-pointer off the rebound is knocked down by Ava Ingwell. Mineral Point leads by 3, 13-10, under 2 minutes to go until the McNett Electric halftime report. Cross-court pass, Kylie Cole trying to answer back with a 3 of her own off the left side of the rim, no good. Zink with the offensive rebound. Zink trying to put up a shot, spins off the side of the rim, no good. A putback layup is missed by Kylie Cole. Cole gets it back, it's blocked from behind by Schultz. Scramble for the basketball, and a whistle finally as a push going to be called against Fennimore. I'm going to say the foul's on Kylie Cole. That's her first. Team's third. Mineral Point takes possession. 96 seconds left until halftime. Pointers trying to add on to their lead. Maddie Cabot gets the ball. Gives off to the high right side to Sadie Miller. Sadie with a cross-court pass to Ava Ingwell. Now in the left corner to Schultz. Schultz being met by Kylie Cole. Dribbles into the lane. Now back out. Ava Ingwell open 3. Knocks it down. Ava Ingwell with her second three-pointer of the game. 9 points for Ingwell. 6-point lead for the Pointers. Biggest lead of the game for either team. 1 minute to play until halftime. Campbell Fitzgerald at the top of the arc. Ball was loose for a moment. Ritchie able to recover on the high right. Ritchie driving in, lost her footing. Ball's loose. And Fitzgerald able to come away with it, but I believe a foul will be called against Mineral Point. I think this is on Cabot. Yeah, the first personal on Maddie Cabot, team's 5th of the half. 45.6 seconds remaining until halftime, 16-10. Pointers in front of the Golden Eagles. Brooklyn Ritchie inbounding right in front of the Mineral Point bench. Ritchie fires a pass into Riley Zink on the right wing. Zink picks up her dribble just inside the three-point arc in the right corner. Gives off to Ritchie. Ritchie driving towards the basket, back out left corner. Catch and shoot three for Kenny. Off the back iron, then over the backboard, and Mineral Point will take possession with 31.1 seconds left in half number one. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best. See Rob Krantz and the crew for full service repair on cars and light trucks too. Krantz Auto Parts and Krantz Hardware do it best in Fennimore. Also by Sloan Implement, your official John Deere dealer in Bloomington, Cuba City, Montfort, and at sloans.com. Eva Ingwell brings it across the timeline for the Pointers. Gives out to Lily Hotaker, 21 seconds left until halftime. Mineral Point leading by 6, 16-10. As the Pointers just working the ball around the three-point arc, burning off some clock and holding for the final shot. Eva Ingwell on the high right side, 4 seconds left. Sadie Miller picks up her dribble, pulls up for a shot, off the front of the rim, no good. And we will go to halftime with the score. Mineral Point 16, Fennimore 10. Our game today brought to you by Carver's Hardwood Flooring. For hardwood flooring, stair installation, or refinishing needs, call Ryan Carver, the only National Wood Flooring Association certified installer, sander, and finisher in the tri-state area. Carver's Hardwood Flooring in Benton. By People's State Bank. For personal, home, business, and ag loans, visit one of their area convenient locations or visit peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC. And by Gary's Pest Control in Dickeyville. Gary's Pest Control salutes our local athletes. Gary's Pest Control with over 40 years of professional, friendly service. Coming up, we'll have the McNett Electric halftime report. We'll do a check on the shoebox scoreboard, see if we have an update on the Cuba City and Belmont game that we have on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, as our McNett Electric halftime report comes your way next on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game one.
Hi, this is Christine Raleigh of Raleigh Cheese, wishing all area athletes successful seasons. Cheese is a great source of protein for school lunches or a snack before the big game. Stop in and try some of our award-winning artisan cheeses like Dunbarton Blue, Red Rock, and Little Mountain. We have fresh cheese curds weekly and a wide variety of snacks and beverages, plus made-to-order cheese trays. Shop locally and taste the difference of handmade Wisconsin cheese at Raleigh Cheese House on the corner of Highways 11 and 23, Shellsburg.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien.
In game one. In game two.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you, gradual breakers. You keep your eyes on the road, so you've seen it all. As long as it all happened directly in front of you, like a Swedish masseuse, your foot knows exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brake. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel and occasionally super sleepy. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
This Valentine's Day, celebrate the one you love the most with Hallmark cards at Walgreens. Valentine's Day is the best time to send your favorite person a reminder of just how much they mean to you. A Hallmark card is a super simple and beautiful way to say how grateful you are for the love you two share. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is Saturday, February 14th. Visit Walgreens today to find a Hallmark card that shows just how much you care for them, because love lives here.
In Game 2.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, powered by Lely Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Our score at the half, Mineral Point leads the rock fight against Fennimore 16-10. We'll have the halftime stats and an update on the shoebox scoreboard after this on X1071, WPVL FM Platteville, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 3.
Hey parents, did you know February is Kids, Ear, Nose, and Throat Health Month? And Grant Regional is planning something fun for kids. Bring Mom or Dad on February 18th from 5 to 6 p.m. to learn more. You'll meet Dr. Dale Chilson, an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and his team who help kids feel better every day. There will be games, giveaways, hand-on activities, food, and kids can take home their own Stuffy the Bear. Don't miss the fun. Sign up online at grantregional.com.
Affordable health care right here in Dubuque at Crescent Community Health Center. Crescent offers affordable, high-quality health care to everyone with insurance assistance available. Whether you need medical, dental, brain health, or general wellness, Crescent provides the expertise you expect and deserve. Learn more of the variety of services available by visiting crescentchc.org. Crescent Community Health Center on the corner of 17th and Elm Street in Dubuque.
In Game 3. In Game 4.
This is Mike Phillips, president of Mound City Bank. For over 110 years, Mound City Bank has been locally owned and proud to serve our communities. While other banks change ownership, our commitment to you stays the same. We're not changing, we're growing with you. With 6 convenient locations in Platteville, Belmont, Cuba City, Mineral Point, and Mount Horeb, Mound City Bank is proud to be part of your community. Call us today at 888-622-6069 and discover why we're proud to be here for you. Member FDIC.
Contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Our Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school sports on Queen Bee Radio is presented by Cuba City, Kieler, and Darlington Family Dental, and by Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. Check out our upcoming schedule at am1590wpvl.com.
In Game 4.
Halftime in Fennimore, and the Mineral Point Pointers lead the Fennimore Golden Eagles 16-10 in SWAL girls basketball at X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Tyler Dictanis with you from the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth on our Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. At the half on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Cuba City leading Belmont in non-conference girls hoops 27-16. Rob Spangler has the call of that. Again on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Story of the first half here in Fennimore. Very fast-moving first half, but not a lot of scoring. 16-10, the halftime score. Mineral Point led in scoring by Ava Ingwell with 9 first-half points, including 2 3-pointers. Also in the scoring column, Sophie Miller with 3. And both Lily Hotaker and Jaden Schultz have 2 points apiece. Bree Swenson saw time but did not score. Maddie Cabot started and did not score for Mineral Point in that first half. Mineral Point just 1 of 2 at the foul line. Ava Ingwell, the only player to reach the foul line for Mineral Point in that first half. And 3 3-pointers combined for Mineral Point in the first half. As for Fennimore, they are led in scoring by Brooklyn Ritchie with 4 points. Bradley Zink had a 3-pointer in the first half. 2 points for Kate Kenny and 1 for Campbell Fitzgerald. Campbell Fitzgerald 1 of 2 at the foul line. The only free throws attempted for Mineral Point in that first half. And the only three-pointer made in the first half for Fennimore came from that Briley Zink three-pointer. Fennimore, by my count, has 9 turnovers in the first half. Mineral Point with 5. As again, we were tied at 10 apiece, and then it was the three-pointers back-to-back by Ava Engwell that gave Mineral Point the 6-point lead heading into the half. So that might be bookmarked as a potential Tricor turning point. Brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. We'll see if that stands as a 6-point lead. Feels very big in a game that hasn't had a lot of scoring. And we are just a few moments away from getting the second half started. We'll take another timeout and bring you the start of the second half. This has been the McNett Electric Halftime Report. For all your electrical needs, call McNett Electric of Belmont. The second half coming up next on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 5.
This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Are high bank fees draining your wallet? It's time for a change.
At People's State Bank, they believe in low fees that put you first.
Tired of being charged for using your debit card, sneaky paper statement fees, or monthly maintenance fees?
With People's State Bank's People's Checking Account, those fees are a thing of the past.
Worried about ATM fees?
At People's State Bank, they reimburse you for up to 3 ATM fees per month. They work hard to keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket.
Make the switch to People's State Bank today. Visit a branch near you or peoplesfinancial.com. Member FDIC.
In Game 5.
High school girls basketball on X1071 brought to you by McNett Electric at Belmont. They can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. By Community First Bank, for you in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. By Woodlaw Office, serving you in Fennimore and Basketball for all your legal matters. Call Woodlaw Office in Fennimore and Basketball. By Brian Stevis Construction, your local Wick building dealer in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. Put Wick Buildings, your dreams, and Brian Stevis Construction's expertise to work for you. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. My Lely Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist, Jordan Wilson, at Lely Center Monroe. Fennimore in possession of the ball to begin the second half. Mineral Point leading 16-10 as Briley Zink drives into the lane, picks up her dribble, goes off to Kylie Cole on the left wing. Cole goes off to the high right side to Richie. Richie stops her dribble at the free throw line, finds Zink on the left wing. Zink with a couple dribbles, ball over her head, gives off to Kate Kenny. Kenny gives back to Zink, left side of the point. Zink with an open lane, cutting towards the basket, layup off the side of the rim, no good. And a tie up for the rebound, and the possession arrow pointing to Mineral Point. Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Ava Ingwell walks it across center court for the Pointers, gives off to the left wing. Now Jaden Schultz cutting towards the basket, has an open lane. Her shot off the side of the rim, no good. Maddie Cabot saves it from going out of bounds. And a catch and shoot three straight ahead is knocked down by Sophie Miller. Sophie Miller with her second three-pointer of the game, and the Pointers come away with a steal off the inbound. Another three-pointer on the right wing, off the front of the rim, no good. And that one missed by Sadie Miller. Another offensive rebound. Another three on the left wing. That one knocked down by Sophie Miller again. And a timeout taken by Fennimore. 16:56 left in the second half. It's a full stop. We'll take one, too. Mineral Point up 22-10. Back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 6, contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
Watch live and archived H&N Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical and Lady Center Monroe high school sports video coverage all season on the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Get the latest schedule at AM1590WPBL.com. The certified technicians at Piasta Automotive remind you to give blood generously. By doing so, your effort could save the life of a child, surgery patient, or an accident victim. Give the greatest gift of all. Give blood today and be a silent hero. This message is from Piasta Automotive, offering the confidence of total car care from minor tune-ups to major overhauls, diagnostic checkups to drum or disc brake work. Their ASE certified technicians know your car inside and out. Stop in at Piasta Automotive, 8319 Birds Road in Piasta.
In Game 6.
Fennimore throws a pass out of bounds. Mineral Point takes possession coming out of the timeout with 22-10 the score. Pointers leading Fennimore, a 12-0 run for the Pointers at the tail end of the first half and to begin the second half. Another three on the left wing, off the side iron, then over the backboard. And it will be Fennimore basketball, 16:31 left in half number 2. Game brought to you by Ivy Construction Incorporated, a family-owned and operated ready-mix aggregate and excavation company serving southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction in Mineral Point. Riley Zink able to get it across center court for Fennimore. She's double-teamed at the free throw line, falls to the floor, and it's going to be a travel on Zink. Or they're going to say a foul on Zink. Offensive foul. Her first, team's first, and the Pointers will take possession. Pointers up by 12, 22-10, 16-15 left in half number 2. And an offensive foul called against Mineral Point away from the ball. I believe this is on Cabot. That'll be her second personal, team's first for Mineral Point. Fennimore inbounding, having to go the length of the floor, trying to navigate a full court press. Overhead pass to Ritchie. Ritchie skips it ahead to Zink, right in front of the scores table. Overhead, trying to dribble and gets it across the timeline, angling towards the left wing. Steps her dribble left side of the three-point arc, gives off to Lindowski. Lindowski trying to feed Kylie Cole down low, but the ball is deflected and stolen away by the Pointers. Ball swung over to Ava Ingwell in the left corner, now out to the top to Sadie Miller. Sophie Miller now with it on the high right. Gives inside to Sadie, now back out to the top. Sophie dribbles to the free throw line, pull-up jumper, knocks it down. Sophie Miller with 8 points, accounting for all 8 points scored in the second half for Mineral Point, 24-10. Pointers in front of the Eagles. Now Zink driving towards the basket, lost the handle on the way up, but she might have been fouled on the way there. And it's going to be a foul on the floor against Mineral Point. That'll be the second on Ava Ingwald, team's second of the half for Mineral Point. And the inbound pass lost off the fingertips of Kylie Cole, but Lindowski able to track it down. Lindowski has the ball swatted out of her hand by Jaden Schultz, but recovers, now dribbles to the right wing. Off to Kylie Cole, catch and shoot three, right corner, off the front of the rim, no good. Maddie Cabot with the rebound for the Pointers. Cabot brings it across center court, gives off to the left wing, now out to the top to number 12, Sadie Miller. Sadie driving towards the basket. Her layup is no good, but a foul against Brooklyn Ritchie will send her to the line. That'll be the second personal on Brooklyn Ritchie. Both teams now with 2 fouls in the second half. Sadie Miller with her first free throw attempt. And the first free throw is no good. Sadie Miller looking for her first points of the game, averaging 11.5 points per contest coming into today's matchup. Game brought to you by Clear Bank with 3 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin. And Sadie Miller gets the second free throw. She's 1 for 2, and it's a 15-0 run now for Mineral Point. 25-10, the new score, under 15 minutes left in the second half. Nice feed down low, and off the window and in for 2. Brooklyn Ritchie off the pass by Kate Kenny. That ends the run for Mineral Point, 25-12. Pointers in front. Maddie Cabot with the ball just off the left side of the point. Finds Jaden Schultz on the left wing. Schultz gives back to Cabot. Now over to Ingwell on the right wing. Ingwell feeds Cabot down low. Back out to the left wing. Now driving in is Sadie Miller, and her shot is no good, but a foul against Mineral Point, I think. No, they're going to say it was a held ball, and Fennimore takes possession. And a steal by Ava Ingwell, and a steal and score for Ingwell puts her in double figures with 11. 27-12 the score with 14 minutes left. Ritchie gets it to the right elbow. Now to Campbell Fitzgerald. She launches for three off the right side of the iron. No good. Fitzgerald trying to save it, but it goes into the hands of the Pointers. And an overhead pass from Jaden Schultz looking for Ava Ingwell goes well over her head. Along the sideline, Mineral Point turns it over, and Fennimore takes possession. Game today brought to you by Edward Jones Result Management in Platteville and by Arter Brothers Creamery in Boscobel. Also by Century 21 affiliated in Boscobel. See Bobby Joe, Hans, Allison, or Richard for all your real estate needs. Century 21 in Boscobel. Riley Zink gives off to the high right side. And now works its way to Campbell Fitzgerald on the left. Riley Zink trying to put up a shot, a lot of contact. It goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Mineral Point basketball. There's a player wearing number 24 on the floor. I believe that's Catherine Nelson, normally wears number 14. As Fennimore with a miscommunication on who's going to throw the inbound pass in. Anytime Roofing, visit AnytimeRoofingWI.com to see how Anytime Roofing can help you with your next roofing or siding project. Okay, Kenny with an overhead pass gets it in to Briley Zink on the high left side. Zink gets a screen from Fitzgerald, decides not to take it, dribbles to the left wing, and a travel called against Zink. Turnover number 12 unofficially by my count for Fennimore. 27-12, Pointers in front of Fennimore with 13-12 remaining in the second half. Ball lobbed in, Jaden Schultz, count the bucket and the foul. As Jaden Schultz now with 4 points and an opportunity to convert the three-point play, makes it 29-12 with 13:05 left. Foul goes against Catherine Nelson. That is her first. And she is indeed wearing number 24, not the usual number 14. As the free throw by Schultz is swished. Jaden Schultz now with 5 points on the game. Mineral Point 30, Fennimore 12, 13 minutes left. And a travel on the inbound for Campbell Fitzgerald. Fennimore out of sorts in this contest. Mineral Point with the inbound pass. Ball gets into the left corner. Ball skipped out to the top to Ava Ingwell. And Ingwell's pass intended for Cabot goes out of bounds, and the Pointers turn it over. Golden Eagles take possession, 12:51 to play. Riley Zink trying to bring it across center court, switches to the left hand. Now back to the right as she angles towards the left wing. Out to Ritchie, just off the right side of the point, gives off to Lindowski. Lindowski with the ball over her head, cross-court pass back to Zink. Zink with a jab step, now gives off to the left corner to Ritchie, down low to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's layup way too strong off the backboard, second chance, no good either. Peyton Lindowski trying to go for the third time, but a foul against Mineral Point will send Lindowski to the line. Peyton Lindowski scoreless in the first half, averaging 3 points per game, shooting 31% from the foul line on the season. Foul goes against Sadie Miller. That's her first, team's third. The first free throw no good for Lindowski. Game today brought to you by the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory in Platteville. Offers a history of caring and understands that each family is unique and will honor personal requests and tradition. Matt Laura Melby at the Melby Funeral Home and Crematory of Platteville. Second free throw is good for Lindowski. And a 30-second timeout taken by Fennimore with 12:23 remaining in the second half. Mineral Point 30, Fennimore 13. Basketball on X1071 brought to you by West End Salvage of Lancaster. See Junkyard Joe Krantz and the West End Salvage team for recycling as well as construction and demolition waste too. West End Salvage of Lancaster. Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. See Herms's for the perfect paint for your next project. Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Russell offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington. And by Brian's Auto Body and Paint Specialist, the pros at Brian's gets the job done right. For unexpected dings or major repair projects, head to Brian's Auto Body and Paint in Lancaster. Pointers with the ball coming out of the timeout. Just over 12 minutes to play in the game. Pointers up 30-13, and the Golden Eagles come away with a steal. Peyton Landowski telegraphing that pass, and now Bradley Zink trying to set things up offensively for Fennimore. Gives out to Landowski. Landowski steps her dribble at the free throw line. Gives off to Ritchie, cutting towards the basket. Has the ball taken out of her hand by Ava Ingwell. Ingwell trying to navigate past Bradley Zink. Cross-court pass is intercepted by Kylie Cole. Both teams exchanging turnovers. 11:45 remaining. Still 30-13. Mineral Point in front. Driving in as Landowski gives off to Ritchie. Now to Kylie Cole in the corner. Catch and shoot three. That one spins out. How did that one not drop? Maddie Cabot with the rebound for Mineral Point. Iron very unkind for the Golden Eagles tonight. Sadie Miller on the left wing gives out to Cabot at the free throw line. Cabot, step and pop jumper. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound collected by Bradley Zink. Zink brings it across center court. Switches to the left hand. Dribbles to the left elbow. Picks it up. Gives off to the top. Now over to the right wing to Landowski. Landowski hands off to Fitzgerald, right side of the point. Pass back over to the left wing to Kylie Cole. Cole decides to dribble to the right elbow. Gives off to Zink. Zink stops her dribble. Ball over her head. Will hand off to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald feeds Kylie Cole down low. Kylie Cole, her shot spins off the backboard. No good, but a foul will send her to the line. Should be against Sophie Miller, I believe. It'll be the second personal on Sophie Miller. Free throws coming up for Kylie Cole. And Cole misses the first free throw. Game brought to you by Breckler Insurance Group. For all your insurance needs, see Steve Landowski at Breckler Insurance in Fennimore. Breckler Insurance serving Southwest Wisconsin for over 95 years. Kylie Cole still scoreless, shooting 56% at the foul line on the season. And gets the lucky bounce to go 1 of 2 at the line. Mineral Point 30, Fennimore 14, 10:42 to go. Sophie Miller brings it across center court for the Pointers. Passes off to the left corner to Bree Swenson. Swenson exchanges passes with Schultz, and the layup is off the side of the rim, no good. Kylie Cole wrestles away the rebound for Fennimore. Kate Kenny walks it across center court right on top of the Golden Eagles logo at center court. Hands out to Bradley Zink on the high right wing. Feeds Kylie Cole just inside the free throw line. Now over to the corner. Ritchie into the paint. Turnaround floater off the back iron. No. Sophie Miller with the rebound for Mineral Point. 10 minutes to play. 30-14. Pointers in front of the Golden Eagles. Swell Girls Basketball on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. And a skip pass is going to be kicked by Kate Kenny, I believe. Ball stays with Mineral Point. WCC Brands Custom Apparel and Kieler and at WCC-brands.com. Okay, ball pass gets into Sadie Miller on the high left side. Overhead pass down low to Sophie, but the ball's loose in the corner. Whistle blows, and Mineral Point turns it over. Fennimore takes possession with 9:47 remaining. Cole Acres Golf and Grill in Cuba City and at coleacresgolfandgrill.com and Applied Micro, your computer and networking specialists in Platteville, Dodgeville, and appliedmicro.biz. Bradley Zink with an overhead pass, feeding Kylie Cole, trying to get some space, and her shot, Toilet Bowl's down for 2. Kylie Cole with her first field goal of the game. She's got 3 points in total. Fennimore trying to battle back. 30-16 the score, under 9.5 minutes to play, and a timeout taken by the Pointers. Full timeout, we'll take it too. 9:23 remaining in the second half. Mineral Point 30, Fennimore 16. Back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 7.
Hello, Amy here from Cuba City Family Dental. Part of our dedication to excellence in the dental services we offer are same-day crowns. Instead of return visits to our office, we can diagnose and fix your tooth in one day at any of our 3 convenient locations. Call us when you are in need and experience patient-centered care for you and your family at Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental. Ask about our new patient specials. Keep smiling, Tri-States.
From small-town businesses to large multi-state operations, Tricor Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance have industry expertise that can cover all types of businesses.
Having an insurance agency that understands our business is a real benefit. They know our people. It's something Tricor does really well.
Tricor's in-depth knowledge of insurance, regulation, compliance, and safety consulting is here to help your business succeed. Working with leading insurance companies like Auto Owners Insurance, they'll be there when you need them most. Visit TricorInsurance.com to learn more about Tricor Insurance Cycle of Care.
In Game 7.
Reese Swenson gets the inbound pass for Mineral Point coming out of the timeout as Sadie Miller in the paint gives off to the top to Cabot. Now to Swenson. Swenson driving towards the basket, left-handed layup off the glass and in for 2. Bree Swenson with her first points of the game, 32-16. Mineral Point doubling up Fennimore with 9 minutes to play. Peyton Wendowski gives off to the high left to Kate Kenny. Now to Ritchie, over to Kylie Cole on the right wing. Cole with a couple jab steps, now decides to dribble. Hands off to Kenny. Kenny runs into a double team, puts up a left-handed floater off the front of the rim, no good. Gets it right back, finds Brooklyn Ritchie on the left wing. She drives towards the basket. Her shot ricochets off the front of the rim. And Maddie Cabot with the rebound for Mineral Point. Try to push it down the floor fast in transition. Goes off the fingertips of Jaden Schultz out of bounds. Mineral Point turns it over. Fennimore takes possession. 8:32 to play. Grant Regional Health Center's ortho team, Dr. Brad Binsfeld and Nate Stocco, PAC, provide exceptional care for sports-related injuries. Grant Regional Health Center, better health starts here. Straight ahead 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Shot missed by Brooklyn Ritchie, and Bree Swenson pulls down the board for Mineral Point. Sophie Miller pulls up for 3. That one spit back out, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Brooklyn Ritchie. 8:03 to play in the second half. 32-16 the score. Mineral Point in front. Count the bucket and the foul as Kate Kenny able to drive and finish off the glass. 4 points for Kate Kenny. Makes it 32-18 with 8:01 to play. The foul goes against Sophie Miller. That's her 3rd. Team's 5th for Mineral Point. And Kenny converts the 3-point play. Okay, Kenny now with 5 points. 32-19 the new score with 8:01 to go. Laley Center Monroe. Call your local dairy automation specialist Jordan Wilson at Laley Center Monroe. And by Southwest Health, with over 24 specialty services and more than 50 specialists, you can have specialized care without traveling far from home. Learn more about their specialty services at southwesthealth.org. Bree Swenson will skip it over to the high right side to Sadie Miller. Now out to the top to Swenson again. Overhead pass to Schultz in the left corner. Schultz trying to find a teammate. Ball deflected as Hotaker able to get it back. And I believe the Pointers came away with the ball and they get a timeout. It's a 30-second stop with 7:41 to play. Mineral Point 32, Fennimore 19. We'll keep it here. I'll tell you that our game is brought to you by Ivy Construction Incorporated, a family-owned and operated ready-mix and aggregate and excavation company serving Southwest Wisconsin. Ivy's Construction in Mineral Point. By Community First Bank, free in the communities where you live, work, and play. Experience for yourself the difference at Community First Bank. CFBank.com, member FDIC. McNett Electric in Belmont, they can assist with all of your electrical needs, whatever the need, agricultural, commercial, or residential. Chip and his crew at McNett Electric are on call, ready to help you. McNett Electric in Belmont. By Woodlaw Office, serving you in Fennimore and Boscobel for all your legal matters. Go to Woodlaw Office in Fennimore and Boscobel. And by Clay Bank with 3 convenient locations in Southwest Wisconsin. 7:41 to play in the second half. Mineral Point 32, Fennimore 19. Pointers have the inbound pass in, nearly poked away, but Bree Swenson able to recover as a 3-pointer, or a long 2, I should say, in the right corner by Maddie Cabot. Goes off the back iron, no good, and the Eagles back down the floor quickly as a straight-ahead 3 knocked down, and the foul as Kate Kenny draws the contact, and she'll have an opportunity to convert a 4-point play. Fouls against Sadie Miller. That's her second. Mineral Point with team foul number 6. And Kenny converts the 4-point play. 32-23, palindrome score with 7:28 to play. In half number 2, Bree Swenson checks out. Ava Ingwell back in for the Pointers. Brian Sevis Construction, your local WIC building dealer in Mineral Point, serving all of Southwest Wisconsin since 1996. Put WIC Buildings, your dreams, and Brian Sevis Construction's expertise to work for you. Off the left elbow as Miller gives off to the top to Ingwell. Ingwell hands back to Sophie Miller on the high right side. Takes a pass. Now ball swung over to the left corner. Catch and shoot 3. That one's wedged. 2 wedgies in the same game. And on different hoops, too. As Fennimore coach Ben Wood rolls the ball and Kenny couldn't do it, but Campbell Fitzgerald able to knock it down on the second try. 7:08 to play, 32-23. Mineral Point in front, but Fennimore finding some offense here thanks to that 4-point play converted by Kate Kenny. And now Kenny trying to navigate some pressure at center court. Passes ahead to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald to the left elbow. Left corner 3 coming up for Lindoski off the front of the rim, no good. As Kenny boxes out for the rebound and Golden Eagles able to keep possession. Kenny loads up for 3 again. That one off the side iron, and Maddie Cabot comes away with the rebound for Mineral Point. 32-23. Pointers in front. Jaden Schultz in the left corner for the Pointers. Skipped into Ingwell, left side of the paint. Finds Hotaker, left-handed layup. Able to finish off the glass and in for 2. Lily Hotaker now with 4 points. Mineral Point back in front by double digits, 34-23. As Fitzgerald shot off the side iron, no good. Cabot with another rebound for the Pointers. Sophie Miller driving towards the basket, goes coast to coast off the glass and in for 2. 10 points in the second half for Sophie Miller, 36-23. Pointers in front. Now it's straight ahead 3. That one spit back out, no good. Shot missed by Zink. And Cabot boxes out for yet another rebound for the Pointers. 5:50 to play, 36-23 the score. Jaden Schultz on the left wing, now to the left corner. Ball skipped into Hotaker, but it's stolen away by Campbell Fitzgerald. Kenny walks it across center court, hands off to Brooklyn Ritchie off the left side of the point. Now to Fitzgerald on the right side, overhead pass to Lindoski. Lindoski, ball over her head, gives to Kenny. Kenny in the lane, now back out, and they're going to say Kate Kenny traveled as didn't completely stop her momentum when she picked up her dribble. And with 5:20 to play in half number 2, 36-23, Pointers lead the Fennimore Golden Eagles. Great Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Glad you're with us on this Monday night. Tyler Dictanis with you from the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Hotaker with the basketball for the Pointers. Picks up her dribble left side of the point. Gives off to Ava Ingwell. Ingwell back out to the top to Hotaker. Now Ingwell between the rings. Ingwell trying to get past Kate Kenny. Drops a forearm. It goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it's out of bounds on Mineral Point. But there might have been a potential offensive foul there with a stiff arm laid out there, but the officials decide not to blow the whistle, and Fennimore will take possession off the Mineral Point turnover. Brooklyn Ritchie gets the inbound pass into Kate Kenny right in front of the Mineral Point bench. Inlet pass to Briley Zink. Ball is poked away and stolen away by Bree Swenson. Swenson across center court. Able to find Ava Ingwell in the right corner, and Ingwell driving towards the basket. An offensive foul called against Ingwell. That'll be her third personal, team 7th. And Fennimore will inbound, having to go the length of the floor. It's Mineral Point 36, Fennimore 23, 4:25 to play. Riley Zink on the left wing now decides to dribble in, lost the handle on the way up, poked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Fennimore, I believe. Eagles will inbound baseline left side. Kate Kenny will throw it in. Kenny lobs it in to Fitzgerald at the left elbow. Fitzgerald driving, left-handed layup, spins off the side of the rim, no good, and a tie-up for the rebound. As a foul against Mineral Point, I believe. It's going to be a foul against Campbell Fitzgerald, her first. And Mineral Point takes possession, leading 36-23 with 4:10 to go. Hornets navigating some full court pressure. Jaden Schultz with it on the left wing, gives off to Sophie Miller. Sophie gives off to Ava Ingwell on the high right side. Gives to Bree Swenson. Swenson tried to drive in, but they're going to call a foul on Fitzgerald. Second personal on Fitzgerald. Team foul number 5 of the half for Fennimore. 3:53 to play. Mineral Point 36, Fennimore 23. In a very low-scoring game by comparison to what we've seen in the SWAL games to this point of the season. Sadie Miller back in the game for the Pointers, and a carry called against Miller. Pointers turn the ball over. Got it down as their 10th of the game. And 3:41 to play in the game, 36-23. Fennimore looking for a surge of offense to try and get back into it in the final 3:35. Zink with the ball over her head. Now decides to dribble. Lost her footing and ball loose at the left elbow, but recovered by Kenny. Gives off to Fitzgerald, now to Ritchie on the right side. Three-pointer for Briley Zink. Ricochets off the right side of the rim. And Sophie Miller comes away with the rebound, but some contact afterwards. And another foul against the Golden Eagles. That'll be the second on Kylie Cole. Team 6 for Fennimore. Maddie Cabot checks back into the game. Lily Hotaker checks out. Bree Svensson will throw in the inbound pass for the Pointers. 36-23. Mineral Point leads Fennimore with 3:17 to play. Maddie Cabot trying to weave through a double team, gets it across center court, gives off to Sophie Miller on the high right side. Sophie now decides to dribble, trying to get past Briley Zink. Now between the rings, hands off to Sadie Miller on the left wing. Miller goes back to Ava Ingwell. Ingwell being chased by Kate Kenny. And timeout taken by Mineral Point with 2:59 to play in the game, 36-23. Mineral Point leads Fennimore. We're back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In game 8.
If you're upgrading a home or business, call the trusted pros at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors. They offer a premium selection of CHI overhead doors, combining style, durability, and security for both residential and commercial properties. Need rain gutters to protect your building from water damage? Carey's has you covered there too. Learn more at Carey'sGuttersandDoors.com. They sell the best and service the rest. Get the quality you deserve at Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors, Belmont, and Prairie du Chien. Trade out and trade up with the Gia Milking Performance promotion at Fuller's Milker Center. For a limited time, trade out your old milking units and liners and immediately benefit by trading up to a better milking performance at substantial savings. Choose from the Gia IQ Milking Unit or the Classic 300E Milking Unit, both available with a GQ liner package. Plus, save if you need to swap Jetter cups too. Contact Fuller's Milker Center, LLC, your Gia dealer in Lancaster and Richland Center to find out how you can save big trading out and trading up on new Gia milking equipment technology.
In game 8.
Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Under 3 minutes to play. It's Mineral Point 36, Fennimore 23. Pointers trying to close it out and get their 12th straight win and avenge the other conference loss that they had as a nice feed and finish down low for Ava Ingwell. Ava Ingwell now with 13 points for the Pointers, 38-23 with 2.5 minutes to go. Riley Zink on the left wing, thought about a three, picks up her dribble, looking for someone to pass to, gives off to Kate Kenny. Kenny to the left elbow, lost her footing, and the ball stolen away by Bree Swenson to Mineral Point. And a quick foul called against Riley Zink. That'll be her second, team seventh, and free throws coming up for the Pointers as they will send number 20, Sophie Miller, to the line. Miller looking for her first free throws of the game. She's got 3 3-pointers on the game right now. And switches the first free throw. Sophie Miller now with 14 points. Second free throw is good. Mineral Point 40, Fennimore 23 with 2:16 to play. Eagles able to get it across center court. Kylie Cole at the right elbow gives off to Brooklyn Ritchie. Ritchie drives in, kicks out to the corner. Catch and shoot three. A very hurried three by Kate Kenny. And the putback is good for Kylie Cole. Count the bucket and the foul. Kylie Cole now with 5 points in the second half and an opportunity to convert a 3-point play. She's 1 for 2 at the line so far. After the game, we'll have the Tri-State Roofing LLC post-game show. We'll pick out the Herm's Ace Hardware MVP, our Tricor Turning Point, and the West End Salvage Scrapper of the game. The free throw is good for Kylie Cole to convert the 3-point play. Makes it Mineral Point 40. Fennimore 26, 2 minutes to play. Full timeout, we'll take it too. Back after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 9.
February is Kids' Ear, Nose, and Throat Health Month, and Grant Regional Health Center invites you to a fun, family-friendly celebration you won't want to miss. Join us on Wednesday, February 18th from 5 to 6 p.m. at Shriner Memorial Library in Lancaster. Meet Dr. Dale Chilson, an experienced ENT specialist with over 29 years of caring for kids and families. Kids can take home their own Stuffy the Bear, plus there'll be hands-on activities, giveaways, and enjoy a light meal and snacks. Pre-register for an extra door prize entry. Sign up online at grantregional.com.
People's State Bank is a locally owned and managed bank with convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology and low fees, People's State Bank is it. As a community bank, they're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become a part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, member FDIC.
In Game 9.
Inbound pass poked out of bounds, and Mineral Point will try the inbound again with a minute 59 to play. Pointers leading 40-26, and a football pass forward to Cabot. Cabot trying to break away towards the basket. Her layup's no good. Ball poked out of bounds. Last touch by Cabot, and the Golden Eagles take possession with a minute 55 remaining. Still 40-26. Pointers in front of the Golden Eagles as Mineral Point looking to secure win number 12 in a row as Maddie Cabot runs into Brooklyn Ritchie trying to go for the steal. Now the team foul number 9 of the half and the third personal on Maddie Cabot. So a 1-and-1 coming up for Brooklyn Ritchie with a minute 48 to play. The next game for Mineral Point will be Thursday against Riverdale at home. As the free throw toilet bowl's out, no good for Brooklyn Ritchie. Pointers bring it back down the floor. Fennimore's next game will be Thursday at Iowa Grant. And a lot of contact just in front of the center court stripe and a foul against Briley Zink, I believe. That'll be the third on her and a 1-and-1 coming up for the Pointers. I believe that's number 20, Sophie Miller at the line. Sophie Miller 2 for 2 for the charity stripe. And knocks down the first free throw to earn herself another. Final score on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Cuba City beats Belmont 45-29. Second free throw good for Miller. Makes it 42-26. Minute 25 to play. Kate Kenny able to navigate some pressure in the backcourt. Finds Briley Zink. Zink driving towards the basket. Layup off the window and in for two. Briley Zink now with 5 points for the Golden Eagles. 42-28 the score with a minute 10 to go. Engel at the top of the arc. Gives off to Sophie Miller. Miller goes over to Jaden Schultz on the left side. Back to Miller just in front of the center court stripe. Now to Ava Ingwell, and Ingwell is going to be fouled right away by Kate Kenny. That'll be her second. That'll be team foul number 9. Both teams with 9 fouls now in the second half. Ava Ingwell at the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 so far tonight. And the free throw bounces out the back iron, no good, but the Pointers collect the rebound. 50 seconds remaining, 42-28. Pointers set to win their 12th in a row and now go to 10-1 on the road on the season as well. Sophie Miller trying to bleed out some time, finds Cabot down low, now back out to the top. 30 seconds remaining, and a quick hand check foul called against Kylie Cole. That'll be her third. Double bonus time with 2 free throws for the Pointers. Ava Ingwell back at the line. Ava Ingwell with 13 points, make it 14 as she converts the first free throw. And the second free throw is good. Mineral Point 44, Fennimore 28 with 29 seconds left. Okay, Kenny jogs across center court, hands off to Fitzgerald, now in the left corner. Fitzgerald gets off to Briley Zink. Zink going baseline, runs into a double team. Back out to Kylie Cole in the left corner, has the ball knocked out of her hand, recovers. 12 seconds left. Kenny drives in, back to Cole, puts up a floater. That one airballed short of the rim, and a tie-up for the rebound initially, but no hell ball called. Then the ball ripped out of Briley Zink's hand by Ava Ingwell. She'll dribble it out, and that will do it. Your final score, Mineral Point 44, Fennimore 28. Mineral Point improves to 14-4 overall. They have won 12 straight games, and their next game will be Thursday at home against Riverdale. Fennimore falls to 12-8 overall, 6-4 in the SWAL. And their next game will be Thursday at Iowa Grant. Coming up, we'll bring you the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show. We'll pick out the Tricor Turning Point, the Herbst's Ace Hardware MVP, and the West End Salvage Scrapper of the game. It's all straight ahead on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
In Game 10, contact Russell Law Offices for local legal representation. Call for a consultation to discuss personal injury, estate planning, family law, criminal defense, probate administration, and more. Russell Law Offices in Platteville, Dodgeville, Cuba City, and Darlington.
I'm Todd Mitchell, Vice President, Retail Lending Officer at Mound City Bank in Platteville. Are you ready to start building that dream home you've always wanted? We'll be there for you through the entire process, from securing the loan when you find the perfect property to managing your construction loan. We keep the process moving so you can focus on making memories. Contact us at Mound City Bank at 888-622-6069. And let's get working on making your dream a reality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Mound City Bank. Streaming on this Queen Bee radio station is powered by Cunis, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Platteville. The Cunis Service Department cares for all makes and models. Open Monday through Saturday with shuttles and loaner vehicles available too. Head to Cunis in Platteville.
In Game 10.
Mineral Point beats Fennimore 44-28 in SWAL girls basketball. Coming up next, the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show with our Tricor Turning Point, West End Salvage Scrap of the game, and Herbst's Ace Hardware MVP all straight ahead on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame 3 minutes.
The Gifted Hands Thrift Store in Galena offers low-cost clothing and household goods to the public. Shop local and support individuals with disabilities served by the Galena Workshop. The thrift store provides paying jobs to many individuals and is a stepping stone for some to get a job in the community. Donated items are accepted at the workshop on Southwest Street in Galena, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., except holidays. Gifted Hands Thrift Store at the Galena Workshop is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturdays 9 till 1.
Diane from Michigan, a disabled senior citizen trying to get by. Henry from Florida, a veteran fighting to make ends meet. Elena from Arizona, a mother struggling to feed her daughter. Hi, I'm Connie Britton, and I support Feeding America because they help provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year, like Diane, Henry, and Elena. Learn more at feedingamerica.org. Feeding America. 200 food banks strong.
RPG came through the belly of the aircraft. We don't talk about the female combat wounded. These are our daughters and our sisters and our mothers. Wounded Warrior Project came into my life and taught me how to stand back up and get back in the fight. The truth is, I think we all have this strength inside of us, but until you're tested, you just don't know it's there.
See how Wounded Warrior Project empowers women veterans like Beth by visiting woundedwarriorproject.org/empowerwomenvets.
I think it's just vapor. Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
I left the military with a traumatic brain injury. I came home to fight depression, anxiety, and alcohol.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Adam Greathouse, Army veteran.
DAV helps veterans get the benefits they've earned.
With DAV's help, I've built a new life for myself.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
My victory is just experiencing life.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts earlier in life and lasts longer. Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
It's time for the Tri-State Roofing Postgame Show. This is Ben Baker, owner of Tri-State Roofing, LLC. Did you know we can take care of your roofing projects during the winter months? Tri-State Roofing uses reliable, long-lasting products that can be effectively applied in harsh winter temperatures. See our team for ice dam removal, gutter cleaning, and heat tape installation. Tri-State Roofing is fully insured, and we offer free estimates. Call Tri-State Roofing to fix your winter roofing issues.
Time now for the Tri-State Roofing LLC post-game show on X1071 of the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Mineral Point, your winner over Fennimore in Swall Girls basketball tonight, 44-28. Tyler Dictanis with you with the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth. Recapping the scoring in this one, it was very back and forth early on. We were tied at 10 with about 2 minutes to go in the first half before our Tricor turning point happened, brought to you by Tricor Insurance. Insurance plans built for you, your family, and your business. Contact Tricor Insurance today. It was a set of back-to-back three-pointers by Ava Ingwell of Mineral Point to give the Pointers a 16-10 lead at the half, followed by back-to-back threes by Sophie Miller to make it 22-10. As the Pointers pulled away and made the lead insurmountable for Fennimore to come back from. Leading the scoring individually was Sophie Miller with 17 points, 15 for Ava Ingwell. 5 points for Jaden Schultz. 2 points for Bree Swenson. And Sadie Miller was 1 of 2 at the free throw line tonight. Other players seeing action but not scoring tonight include Peyton Christopher and Maddie Cabot. As a team, Mineral Point shot 9 of 12 from the foul line, and they had 5 3-pointers on the game. As for Fennimore, they were led in scoring tonight by Kate Kenny with 9 points, 7 of them coming in the second half, including a 4-point play. 6 points for Kylie Cole, 5 points for Briley Zink. 2 for Brooklyn Ritchie, and a point apiece for Peyton Landowski and Campbell Fitzgerald. Catherine Nelson saw action but did not score for the Golden Eagles. As a team, Fennimore shot 6 of 10 from the foul line, and they had 2 3-pointers on the game. Mineral Point improves to 14-4 on the season. Their next game is Thursday night against Riverdale at home. And Fennimore will go on the road to Iowa Grant on Thursday night, try to get things back on the right track after falling to 12-8 overall and 6-4 in the SWAL. We'll take our final timeout, and we'll do a quick check on the shoebox scoreboard and tell you what we have coming up later on this week on our Queen Bee Radio family of stations as our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show wraps up after this on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Maybe you're not sure how you'll make rent, or you lost your job. When you don't know where to turn, let 211 be your guiding light. Our guides are ready to connect you with the help you need.
211, how can I help you?
Call or visit 211.org. 211. Get connected. Get help. A message from United Way and the Ad Council.
My son Finn was born with congenital heart disease and spent the first 8 months of his life in the hospital. Starlight Children's Foundation has played an important role in our lives. For 5 weeks as a baby, Finn lived in a Starlight Hero wagon instead of having to sleep in a hospital bed. Starlight provides moments of joy for families like mine at a time where there's very little to be found. Learn more about how Starlight brightens the lives of sick kids by visiting starlight.org today.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So, what's the asking price on these houses?
You'd probably be more comfortable living somewhere else.
How long is the lease?
Sure, you can afford to live here, but...
How about the schools?
We have twins.
This neighborhood probably wouldn't be right for your kids.
If a real estate or rental agent says anything like this, you are being discriminated against, and it is illegal. If you experience housing discrimination, go to HUD.gov/fair housing and report it. Fair housing. The law is on your side. A message from HUD in partnership with the National Fair Housing Alliance.
Postgame, 2 minutes.
Wrapping up the Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show on X1071 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. We're joined by Victoria's head coach Merrill Brunson of the Mineral Point Pointers. Pointers coming away with the win, 44-28 in Fennimore here tonight. And Coach, this one felt more like a rock fight by comparison to some of the other games that we've seen this season. A lot of physicality and a lot of missed easy shots by both teams here tonight. What are your takeaways from win number 12 in a row for the Pointers tonight?
Well, I thought our defense was outstanding, first of all. And at halftime, I told the girls our offense was equally as good. We just weren't finishing around the basket. So, I told them the shots they'll start going in the second half, and we got a couple early girls working their butts off on the offensive glass and getting some extra shots. And sometimes, as a scorer, you just need to see the basketball go through the net, and a couple of them did early, so we were able to build that lead a little bit. And then, like I said, defensively, we just dug in and played really solid.
Yeah, it was very back and forth early on, 10-10 the score, I believe, with about 2 minutes to go. And then it was a pair of three-pointers by Ava Engwell to make it 16-10, and then followed up by back-to-back threes by Sophie Miller. So, that burst between the first and second halves really kind of separated Mineral Point from Fennimore in the game. But just talk about the resiliency of the team because, as you said, offensively, you were probably executing what you wanted to. The shots just weren't dropping. What's it like trying to keep encouraging them and making sure that they keep doing what's been working, just ultimately making the shots go down?
Yeah, that's a good question. A young person isn't intentionally trying to miss layups or high percentage shots. But at the same time, we talk about taking it strong, finishing through contact. So that's where some of the frustration lies. But you also remember they're doing what they need to be doing to get those looks, sharing the basketball, cutting really hard, executing offensive sets, whatever it might be. So, in those situations, certainly in that first half, you're just hoping that the defense holds up.
Mm-hmm.
So when the shots do fall, whenever that might be, you're able to, build a lead. So it worked out this time.
Yep, it definitely did. And, talk about the confidence of this team because, as we said, 12 wins in a row now, a lot of momentum on your side with the home stretch of the season coming up. Looking at the remainder of the schedule, got Riverdale Thursday, Southwestern at Cuba City versus Mount Horeb and Iowa Grant during this final stretch of games. What are the things you're looking to emphasize with your team to keep that momentum going with the postseason coming up around the corner?
Well, it's interesting that you bring up the word confidence because that's what we talked about before this game started. Playing with confidence, cutting with confidence, passing with confidence, rotating defensively with confidence. And I mean, I thought we did a nice job with that. But that process really is never over, right?
Right.
You got to do it every day in practice as you prepare for the next game, and just hope, that the girls understand they do a lot of really good things on a basketball floor, and try not to get too frustrated. We always talk about the next play, right? You can't be thinking about a missed shot that happened 6 possessions earlier, or the fact that a girl scored on you. You got to forget it and move on to the next play. And I thought we did a nice job with that. We turned the basketball over tonight. They're very good defensively, and so many times that I just remember throughout the game that we might have turned the ball over and then came down and got to stop or
Right.
got to steal ourselves. So just showing them that on film and reiterating in practice, that they're doing the right thing. Again, they listen so well and they work harder than most. And I mean, I'm really proud of them tonight because it was a gritty win. And we're just gonna hopefully build from this going forward.
Yep, getting the win however you get it.
Yes.
It's definitely critical, especially this time of the year, finding different ways to win in key situations. Definitely a big thing to take with you as the season comes to a close here. Hard to believe that the season's going to be wrapping up here in just a few weeks. It feels like it's been a sprint at different times, but also feels like it's been an eternity as far as the season goes. And what a fun team to watch. A fun 12-game winning streak for the Pointers, and looking to keep that momentum going. Go enjoy this win, Coach. We appreciate the time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, that's Merrill Brunson, head coach of the Mineral Point Pointers, kind enough to join us during our Tri-State Roofing LLC postgame show as Mineral Point comes away with the win over Fennimore, 44-28, avenging the other conference loss that Mineral Point had at the early part of the season. Mineral Point got the win over Darlington on Friday night, avenging one of those losses, and now go on the road to knock off the Golden Eagles here this evening. Our Herms's Ace Hardware MVP brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington and Herms's Ace Hardware at the bottom of Main and Platteville. Herms's will be the MVP for your next project in your home. Go to Herms's Ace Hardware in Bloomington and Platteville. Going to give it to Sophie Miller, who had 17 points, 14 of them in the second half, including back-to-back threes to stretch the Mineral Point lead to 12 right away to begin the second half. So Sophie Miller is our MVP, brought to you by Herms's Ace Hardware and Home Center in Bloomington. And our West End Salvage scrapper of the game, the player whose hustle and scrappiness stood out and trying to lay the opponent to waste, presented by West End Salvage of Lancaster. I think I'm going to give that to Maddie Cabot of Mineral Point. She didn't have any points on her stat line, but she was all over the place under the basket, collecting rebounds and getting the ball out to teammates in transition to help give Mineral Point some offensive production. So she didn't get the points on the stat line, but she did a lot of those key hustle plays that's in the spirit of the West End Salvage scrap of the game. So Maddie Cabot, tonight's West End Salvage scrapper of the game. Final check on the Shoebox scoreboard presented by the Shoebox in Black Earth, the largest independent shoe store in the Midwest. Cuba City defeats Belmont in non-conference girls basketball tonight, 45-29. So the Cubans now go to 14-6 overall and still have a one-game lead on the Mineral Point Pointers. As again, Cuba City will match up against Mineral Point on February 13th in Cuba City. We'll have that game on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel, but that'll be 2 games from now for the Pointers. And I don't see any other scores on our shoebox scoreboard, but Steve Pressigard will have the full sports report tomorrow morning here on X1071 and your other favorite Queen Bee Radio family of stations as well. Looking ahead to what we have coming up this week, nothing on our plate for Tuesday night, but on Thursday we have high school wrestling here at Fennimore as the Golden Eagles host the Lancaster Flying Arrows. We'll have that on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Raleigh Chiefs pre-match coverage set for 6:40. First match begins at 7 o'clock. Then on Friday night, the SWC Swall Girls Clash from Boscobel. We'll have that at 6 o'clock on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Cuba City at Fennimore Boys Basketball on Friday night on Super Hits 106 and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Lancaster Boys Basketball at Platteville on X1071. And then a fun matchup on Saturday night, non-conference action. Schulzberg at Darlington in girls hoops. That'll be on Super Hits 106. Check out our full Queen Bee Radio Sports schedule at AM1590WPVL.com. That'll wrap up our broadcast here from Fennimore High School. Thank you to Jim Prohaska and the entire staff here at Fennimore High School for being gracious hosts as always. Thanks to both head coaches, Merrill Brunson of Mineral Point and Ben Wood of Fennimore for the pregame interviews, stats, and information to tell you the story about both teams, as well as Merrill Brunson joining us in our postgame interview just a few minutes ago. Thanks to all our sponsors who help us bring high school sports to you, and thank you for listening and watching along. This has been Grant Regional Health Center and People's State Bank coverage of high school girls basketball presented by Cuba City, Darlington, and Kieler Family Dental, and Carey Seamless Gutters and Overhead Doors on X1071, WPVL FM Platteville, and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel powered by Lele Center Monroe and H&M Plumbing, Heating, and Electrical. Once again, your final score, Mineral Point defeats Fennimore in Swall girls basketball tonight, 44-28. Mineral Point goes to 14-4 and 8-2 in the Swall. Fennimore goes to 12-8, 6-4 in Swall play. From the best seat in the house in the Ayers Furniture broadcast booth, I'm Tyler Dictanis. Thank you so much for joining us. Good night from Fennimore, and we'll see you on Thursday night for high school wrestling from Fennimore on 97.7 Country WGLR and the Queen Bee Radio Sports YouTube channel. Good night from Fennimore High School.
This has been a Queen Bee Radio High School Sports presentation.
X1071 is
WPVL FM, Platteville, Galena, and Dubuque's source for extreme hit music.
online at x1071.com. Playing the hits. Extreme hit. X107.